Namaste. So in this course, we are going to learn about communication. First thing comes in our mind is what is communication? Communication is the process of transferring information or ideas or feelings from one person to other person through some kind of medium is called as the communication. We do communication on daily basis with everyone around us. But in this module, we are going to learn what are the different types of communication and we will see the aspects of all this communication. So before going further, let me share my screen. You can see on the screen there are 5 types of communication: verbal communication, non-verbal communication, written communication, visual communication, and listening communication. Verbal communication, we all know, this is the mostly used way of communication in daily life. Whenever we talk to someone, whenever we want to express ourselves, whenever you want to share the ideas, our feelings, we use verbal communication. There are also 4 types: intrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication, oral communication, and public speaking or public communication. The first one is intrapersonal, means when you talk with yourself. In our head, most of the time, we are doing intrapersonal communication. We always keep suggesting something or we keep telling something to ourselves. When we do introspection, when we do self analysis, when you do self talk in the form of affirmation or in the form of gratitude, all this comes under intrapersonal communication, right? The second one is interpersonal. When you talk to someone, maybe your friend, relatives, family member, or your spouse or your kids, so it is comes under interpersonal communication. You can talk to one or one to many. The third one is oral. Oral means if you want to send voice note or if you want to send some message through recorded form, maybe in the podcast form, then it comes under oral. It may be one to one or one to many. This is one way communication. The last one is public communication, means you are addressing to the gathering, addressing to the audience of many people. Then it comes under public communication. It may be public speaking, it may be some message on radio or TV, or even through social media like YouTube and Facebook. That also comes under public, because whoever watch that video or watch that podcast, they will understand the message, they will understand the idea. That's how that is comes under public communication. So this is the components of verbal. Now what is non-verbal communication? So this is the passive communication in which we are not exactly using words, but we will use our body language, our gestures, our facial expressions, our eye expressions, our pitch and tone also comes under non-verbal communication. What are the 3 types we'll see? First one is kinesics, then paralanguage and haptics. Kinesics means when you use your body like a gesture or maybe face expression. Oh yes, yes, good. Okay. When you nod your head in the appreciation, when you show your thumbs, all this comes under kinesics. The second one is paralanguage. When you change the pitch, when you change the tone, when you stress some words, that comes under paralanguage. For example, oh wow, nice to see you after a long time. Thank God you came to our office to see me. It's glad. Great. Let's have some tea and we'll talk something about our project. This is how you can express. You can change your tone. You can um, stress some words. So all this comes under paralanguage. The last one is haptics. When you express your emotions, feelings with the help of touch, that comes under haptics. When you shake your somebody's hand, it shows positive attitude, right? When you pat someone's, when you appreciate someone, it gives you confidence. When you hug somebody's, it shows the warmth and caring attitude towards that person. So no need to talk much words. Just by doing small gestures, you can express your feelings. So this comes under haptics. So non-verbal components don't have independent existence, but they will help to convey your verbal communication in much more intense. So it is always recommended to take help of non-verbal communications while doing verbal communication. While talking, show your expressions, keep your eyes, hand gestures. So all this will add to the verbal communication. Okay. The third one is written communications. This is professional one. Whenever you want to apply to some post, whenever you want to apply for any kind of job or any kind of vacation, whenever you want to complain somebody, whenever you want to show yourself your potential in the form of CV, that time this written communication comes into picture. The biggest advantage of written communication is you will have time to make it as good as possible. In verbal communication, it is not like that. Once you speak, you cannot correct it. But in written, you can review your application, you can review your mail, you can check your grammar and sentence, and then you can improve a lot. You will get time to improve your written communication. But this is not the case in verbal and non-verbal. These are some advantages. But in written communication, you can't stress some words, you can't show your expressions. So the other person won't take in the same manner in which you have written the things. These are the disadvantages. So written communication comes with written words or symbols or word. So what are the examples of written communication? Email, application, then complaint, memo, or some announcement. So all this comes under written communications. So to become a good in your profession, you should improve your written communication. There are different components of written communication: good grammar, then vocabulary, then your sentences should be in active voice, not in passive voice, and few more rules are there. Then comes visual. Sometimes it says that one good picture says 1,000 words. That means if you are not able to convey your idea, if if you want to show some complex data in a simple form, that time you can use graphs. So all these graphs, pictures comes under visual. So it is very effective when the data is complex, or if you want to show all the things, all the ideas in one picture, you can create the mind map and you can show it to the audience. So this comes under visual. The last one is listening. This is also one-way communication. When somebody is talking through YouTube or through some social media or through TV, we will listen those things, but we can't give feedback immediately. You can comment on Facebook and YouTube. That is different thing, but immediate feedback is not happening in the listening. But this is also very good skill to develop, because it says that good listening is the ability of having good heart. Means if you are able to listen somebody's feeling and ideas properly, The other person will feel appreciated that somebody is listening me properly. So you should develop this skill. These are the 5 skills or 5 components of communication. You have to put efforts to develop all the 5 components simultaneously. Then only your communication will become good and better and maybe eventually best. You should develop your communications to create your good relationships, to express your thoughts and ideas, to become a professionally good and maintain the relationships in profession area also. So you should develop communication skill step by step. So I will give you some practical tips in next module. Thank you so much for attending this.